somebody was talking about taking requests at an event, and they were wondering if a person takes a request the same for all guests. So if you're going to be taking requests, do you accept and prioritize them all, in essence, the same, kind of more in a how they fit into your set? Or are there some people who get preferential treatment when it comes to their making of requests? And what would that differentiation factor be?
This is a dumb question. Who would have ever asked this stupid thing? No,
I can't remember who did, but it was out there. And
my answer to this, it's still going to be on your guys' side more, because I think it's more tailored to the depth of the question is more tailored to what you guys do than me. My answer is cash is king. And again, in your world, that doesn't have anything necessarily to do with it. So I'm just going to let you guys run with it. So.
You disappointed me. I was totally expecting two different answers from you.
I didn't give either one of them?
You didn't give me either one.
Okay, so where did you expect me to go?
How hot is she?
Oh, that gets nothing for me, because the pretty girls are a dime a dozen. That don't mean a thing.
Okay. And then the second one was, I don't take requests. That means they got to get close.
That's what I expected. They'd be like, yeah, no, I'm sorry.
Well, they get close anyways. It's why I'm like,
maybe we should answer it for him next time, Dan.
Okay. Yeah, I guess.
Yes. So the next question you answer for me, Dan. Now, go ahead.
That means I get to pick the question too. So for me, yes, but not quite to what, I was joking about, obviously. For me, when somebody comes up and makes a request, if they've been on the floor having a good time that night, I'm going to push their song request up in where it's going to fit. Right, I'm gonna try and get to their selection or their piece and be able to mix it in a little bit faster, because they've been on the floor. They've been basically putting the work in to have a good time. Yep. The second thing that's going to get their request sooner is basically going to be their manners. Right, you come up to me and you're like, you got to play this. No, but you come up to me and you're like, hey, I would really like to hear this song if you get a chance. Like, I've actually had some people like, if you get a chance, this would be a cool song. I'd like to hear it. The whole, it's going to pack the dance floor. That actually moves it down on my list. Yeah. Like
the word suggestion, the word suggestion over request will get my attention more. We take suggestions.
Or when you make a demand, but you call it a request. No, like that pushes it down on the list too. The other thing, I will say there is kind of a little asterisk I'll put next to the whole, like, if you've been on the dance floor. If I've been noticing that you've been having a good time, but you just maybe haven't been really vibing with the music and you're asking for something that's in a slightly different direction, but still has good, like my gut says, yeah, that'd be good. I can work with that. And if for some reason it fails, I'll just be able to get out of it quick. Like, I can start to put those pieces together. That's another one, because sometimes I've noticed, I'm just guilty, and I'm sure there's others that are, you get in a rut of maybe certain styles or certain song selections that you keep using, not like event to event, but within that event, you kind of latch on to a certain style because you're getting a packed dance floor to like those styles. And you maybe go a little bit off of it, but you're afraid to go too far off. And then I'll have someone come on up and they'll ask for something that's a little bit farther out. Okay, you know what? I haven't really given you a chance to get on the floor yet. Hang with me. I'll get you. And again, if you're being nice about it.
So my hierarchy would be bride and groom, again, pretty much we're talking weddings here, are going to get, and many times they might get it, if they're really excited and they're on the dance floor, it could be next. If it can fly at all, unless it's really, really a huge change that needs a segue or a transition. The dance floor person is obviously going to get next, and it would be a dance floor person who is being respected, or that's being a nice, decent person. If you're going to be rude and you're on my dance floor and you've been there all night, I don't care. It's probably going to maybe not get played. Very likely not going to get played unless it is a good song. And then, kids who are up there and having a good time and are involved and actually know a song that is a good song that is from them, where they I usually will kind of try to work with the kids a little bit. And then there's times where you get kids who just are horrible with their requests. And it's like, no, I'm not playing Metallica tonight. Sorry, it's not going to happen. But yeah,
I'm wondering at what age he just pictured when he said kids. And then threw the word Metallica.
I literally said an 8-year-old was like, "Can you play Enter Sandman?" No, son, I'm not going to be playing.
Okay, I
it.
understand, man. Okay, I see why.
Can you play? Was it Nothing Else Matters? I think that's another one of theirs, isn't it? But yeah, it was, and then there was one other that Never something or another. I think it was something. Anyway, when he starts out, can you play Metallica's? And it's like, yeah, no. As soon as I heard Metallica coming out, it's like, no. And he yeah, those kids, don't you know? Okay. Okay, sounds good. Let's stop. My mouse is stuck. All right, let's jump to the next question here, guys.